You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from the Amelia Earhart Hotel in the underwater city of Atlantis. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Yeah! Hey, it's another week, it's another show. And I'm your buddy Bill, I guess. I don't know if you came back. We must be friends. But I brought some extras. I got my buddy Jay.
You know, I used to date Amelia Earhart.
Did you? How did you guys break up?
Well, she crashed in a plane.
Did you cut the fuel line?
That will do it.
You know,
that will do it.
That'll end
things
real quick.
So did you cut the fuel line or what?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. She just kind of went out and just didn't come back.
Yeah, she didn't come back. Yeah.
You know, sometimes that's what has to happen for you to realize it's over.
You filled up that reserve tank of hers with water, right?
Well, no comment.
No comment. No
go.
comment. And then that's Brother Bob over there on the guitar.
What's up, everybody?
And this is the Wicked Theory Podcast. You know us. We get funky. We do this every Saturday. You know, we get together. We do it live on Mixlr. Mixlr. Download that free app. Search for us there, or just go to Mixlr.com. Mixlr. Mixlr. You try to say it. .com/wicked-theory. Come hang out, get in the chat room, play the chat room game. Then, at the same time, we'll hit you with some pop culture news, reviews, other nonsense. And if there's time, there's always time. But you still have time if you're listening live. Send us an email, podcast@wicked-theory.com. And that pretty much opens the show. It's episode 187. I'll just say congratulations, guys. We made it this far. But I guess I could say that every week, right?
187, brother.
Oh, 187 on the motherfucking car, right? That's that song. I remember that song.
So that's over like what, 3 years, man?
What was that? Yeah, of podcasting. Yeah. Getting there.
Wow.
Getting there.
Inching our way up to 4.
Yeah, before you know it.
Good old days.
Wow, we're about 3.5 years in. Wow.
Yeah. Episode 200, creeping up on us.
That basically means we've been living together that long too.
Yep. Yeah. When you put it in perspective.
Yeah.
No more of that. Can we?
Yeah, because it brings up the same crappy job.
Brings up all those kinds of thoughts. It's like, oh man,
all the
don't
same
start
crappy things that equate to a crappy existence.
Yeah, what's been great about these last 3 years?
Well, just about this. That's
Yeah,
about
doing
it.
this every Saturday. So thanks for coming by and listening.
Yeah, really.
But we're gonna get to some games, I guess. I don't know who's in the chat room. It might be a light night. It is the holiday season.
Yes, it is.
People might be busy doing other things.
It is also Hanukkah.
It's just you, me, and Palmer.
And Palmer in the chat room. All right. Well,
We're not producing.
I think we're coming up towards the end of Hanukkah.
Yeah. Well, Palmer is of, rumor has it, the Jewish persuasion. He might be able to illuminate us on
Isn't
that.
he supposed to give us each a gift for 8 days?
Yeah, eight each, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, but
Yeah. Isn't that how it works?
I think so. I think I'm supposed to get 8. You're supposed to get 8. He's supposed to get 8.
Yeah.
Night 7 is tonight as we record this.
But actually, I
He's
think
telling
that
us.
means he's supposed to get 8 from each of us in return. So maybe.
That's not good.
Yeah. So maybe we could just call it a push.
Yeah.
Call it a push and keep going.
Yeah, we'll call it a push. We'll call it even Stevens and just keep on rolling on. All right. Well, I had a great chat room game, but, if it's just Palmer, I mean,
Save it.
should we save it or should we put him to the test and see what he can do?
No, it's night 7 of Hanukkah. No, leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Let the poor guy live,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Look at that, Agent Palmer. Big J looking out for you.
I'm not looking for shit. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying you're looking
Give him
out
a
for your
break.
little. He's like your little buddy.
Hey, little buddy.
He's like our Gilligan.
Gilligan, little buddy. Hey, Skipper.
I guess.
I mean, you do
would
wanna-
Would that make me or Jay as the skipper?
No, I think it's. I said his little buddy, right? I mean, if we're rolling with that, because I did want to say,
He's wearing the hat.
yeah, you do want to hit him with your hat quite
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
Hey, little buddy.
Whack. All right, so I guess we'll just fucking roll right into news. I mean, we kind of move stuff around. So
Skipper crashed the boat.
it is his fault. No one really gives him enough shit on that show.
No.
Yeah.
They should be constantly giving him shit.
They give Gilligan shit.
Because what you don't see is that he's actually beating everybody else besides Gilligan with the hat.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just seeing Gilligan on the show.
I will say that hole, they could have fixed that hole in the boat.
And
That's
when
the, that's the whole problem with that show is they keep showing you the boat in the opening credits, how it's just dry docked
Yeah.
with a hole. I don't know.
It's got a sizable chunk, but
It's bigger than a beach ball.
Especially,
look, they
especially
got
since,
plenty of time. And they figured out how to make all these tools.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
would
they
think.
they built huts. I'm sure they figured out how to build a saw,
Yeah.
so they could have cut some wood and filled the
And
hole.
filled the
in
hole.
the amount of time they were there.
the Harlem Globetrotters are on.
I mean, come on.
At that point, you fix the fucking hole.
You fix the fucking hole. You figure out a way.
No, and the Harlem Globetrotters give everybody a basketball, and they ride on, they float on those.
And the robots. And robots, too. Don't
Yeah.
forget. It was the other basketball team was robots, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't know. I feel like there was something where robots came. Like, because that Globetrotters thing was like a special. You know what I mean? It was like Return to Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah, basically. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, enough of this fascinating Gilligan's Island talk.
Yeah, I'm just glad they
we got
stopped
a little
before.
time to kill.
Yeah, padding.
Yeah, I'm just glad they stopped before they got to Gilligan marries the island.
What would have been interesting is if on Lost, Gilligan came out of the bushes at some point. Bob Denver. Just kind of like...
Dude, with everything that went on in Lost, that would have made just as much sense
As
as
anything
anything else. And people would have embraced it.
Didn't he wind up with Marianne at the end?
I think they popped up somewhere on something,
Yeah.
like as a cameo maybe, and it was just the two of them.
Just married or something?
Well, I think it's like they come out of the bushes or something on some other show or some movie, and it's like supposed to be a funny nod.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
It's
a
like-
cameo. They're already like into their 60s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
There's like a hotel like, on the beach on the other side of the island. Or
something like that. You know?
Back to the beach with Frankie and Annette.
Oh, I guarantee that's what that is. That's what it is.
Yeah, might be actually be that.
Well, that last one that they did in the 80s, you remember when they made a return to one of those beach movies?
What, the return of Annette Funicello?
No, it was Back to the Beach, but the thing was, it was a parody of the movies
Yes,
they made.
yeah. It was
That
that
was
tongue in
cool.
cheek. Yeah,
That was fun.
That's probably where it was.
Pee Wee
Or
Herman was
like
in it.
Navy SEAls.
Right.
That Navy SEAls spoof.
Yeah.
What was that?
The Abyss.
The no. No, I'm gonna say no. Didn't Charlie Sheen Hot Shots Part 2?
No, that's Top Gun. That was a Top Gun parody.
Right.
Hot Shots.
Okay. Anyway, I'm mixing up my parodies.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well, after a while, they all start like splicing in other stuff to keep going. You know,
they're so referencing anything
other, they-
and anything else that like
it
yeah.
could just be one giant movie that's like 89 hours long.
The scene I'm thinking of with Gilligan could have been in Scary Movie 3. Like that's you know what I mean.
Right.
That's how outlandish it is.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Back to the beach.
Just
So
do
did
some
we have a
fucking
game
movie.
for the guys, or
They're not-
For Palmer? For just Palmer? I think we're gonna
just Palmer?
Save it.
Yeah, we're just gonna save it. We're just gonna save it. We're just gonna save it. And move into the news and headlines and all that shit. You know, let's just get a start on that. We got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
so,
good stuff this week.
So we'll just hit it hard. You know, so fuck it. News o'clock.
I was waiting for you to finish.
I felt like I could have went so much longer too, and I'm like, nah, that bit. I'm not waiting for the Family Guy. It's funny. It's not funny. It comes back to being funny. Nah. All right, so we got some trailers this week. If you're into nerd stuff,
Yeah, this
yeah,
is,
just a little one.
just a couple. Jay,
yeah.
did you see the Captain Marvel trailer?
No, I did not. Not the new one.
I did.
Yeah. Bob, did you see the Captain Marvel trailer?
I absolutely did.
On
Bro.
a scale of 1 to bajillion, what would you give it?
A bajillion one.
I see. I specifically give you a scale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you can't stay within the
It's
fucking
that good.
bounds.
I'm hearing. though.
From Bob just now, because he
Yeah.
put an extra 1.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I think Marvel went into this movie based on what I'm seeing in the trailer. I think Marvel went into this movie going, okay, with everything we have going on and that cliffhanger that's coming, that's hanging over everybody's head.
Yeah.
We need as big a beginning to the to the whole Marvel universe.
The spacey
Right.
stuff, yeah.
As we can get. Well, I mean, this is actually starting in 1990, so this is technically.
Okay, you mean it in that sense, where it's like
right. When you
I
talk a
gotcha,
timeline thing,
flashback.
this
Gotcha.
is going to be something that basically starts the whole universe.
Yeah,
You know,
starts
and
the
it seems
cosmic
like
stuff.
that's what they're hinting at in the trailer too. So I think this is going to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, Jay, I have you know that in the trailer, Samuel L. Jackson plays with a kitten. All right. So,
okay.
Well, a cat. Well, a cat.
All right.
You know, so it's cute.
And Captain Marvel beats up an old lady.
Yes, and you get more of that scene.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
that alone, it's worth watching.
Yeah, because it's actually pretty cool.
It's actually pretty cool.
I'm actually very psyched to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, listen, these guys are going about dealing with these superheroes and how they play, how they interplay in the movie, really well. I mean, it really always feels almost as natural as you can make a superhero feel.
Yeah, it always feels really grounded and
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah, and the acrobatics and everything seems smart. You know, accurate to the characters. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, the
fighting
flips are pretty
styles and
accurate
the
too. Yeah,
You know, what I mean, it's not just flips, but like strength levels, all that. I mean, I'm liking
yeah.
I'm
the
liking the
character
whole
traits.
presentation. Yeah, I'm liking the whole presentation. So
All right. Well. Okay.
I think especially the girls, the ladies are really going to be enjoying this one.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Well, I think they enjoyed. You know, it's Wonder
Oh
Woman.
yeah,
and Wonder
No,
Woman was a
absolutely.
big deal.
Yeah, Marvel needs a good female character to carry their
Yeah.
own, and it's you know it's,
This
this'll
is
be
the
it.
best. This is the best one for them because she's the most powerful person
Yeah.
in the universe.
No one's really
So
top dog.
yeah, so
I saw that movie with Chuck Norris
Top dog?
where he's the cop with the dog.
No, that's cop dog.
That's Top Dog.
That's dog cop.
No, that's no,
No, it's not dog cop.
no. They were making a lot of those back
Yes, yes. I forgot that.
you
he
sure
made
it's
that.
Top Dog, not Top Cat, or am I thinking of the cartoon?
Oh,
then.
that's
Top
the-
Cat is the cartoon, Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Right, that's on
And he
Boomerang.
had a top hat.
And he had,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Top Cat had a top hat.
Right. Okay.
Top Dog doesn't have a top hat. Right?
No, but
No, Chuck Norris was Top Dog.
he wasn't top fucking dog.
Was he wearing a top hat?
No.
That would have been funny though.
He was dressed like he was in Invasion USA, except he had a dog with him.
right. 2 Uzis and everything. 2 Mac 10s and Benji.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's coming out of the water with the 2 guns
Yeah.
and the leash
Yeah, right. Benji's got
hanging
2.
off the elbow.
Benji's got 2 fucking Mac 9s, one on each side.
I would imagine
Yeah.
that at the time, Chuck is in with his agent. He says, listen, Turner and Hooch, K9.
Come on.
Give me one of those.
There's got to be a third, right? Or four, what is this, 5th? There's got to be more duplicate scripts, right? Just copy it. Just photocopy it. We'll change the names and the ending.
Right.
Right, you know, the dog will save the day, but won't become mayor, you know? Like he did in that other movie.
Indeed.
Yeah, so anyway, back to Marvel.
Yes. Oh, there was another trailer that
There's
dropped
another
that I
one.
did watch.
Yeah. So tell me what you thought about the Avengers 4. The game continues.
Whoa, wait a second. That dropped?
That dropped.
No, I know.
Okay, don't play like that because that was convincing for a second. Got me. But I was like, this motherfucker really didn't fucking see this trailer.
No. The Avengers I watched. Avengers Endgame,
Right.
which is the 4th Avengers film.
Right.
Endgame was also the name of the 4th Highlander film, but we won't.
There's no, yeah, let's not go there.
Highlander Endgame, which is actually the best of those. The
Stay on track.
no, people should check that out.
No, they should.
And it really was a teaser I wasn't expecting because half of it is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean, and which they're totally trying to set it up for.
Yeah, well, they're either playing with the fact that we all think he's the one who's going to die
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
there, or that's actually what's happening.
What I do like is that this actually feels to me more personal. It's almost like
well,
a
yeah.
little, it's
That's
a little
for this trail. That's what they are selling.
like
yeah.
they're taking it down a notch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, by the end of it, they show you Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it brings it right back to fun again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't expect it to end on a up note.
It's
kind
a
of thing.
very uneven. It's a very odd trailer, to be quite
a
honest
little
with
bit.
you.
A little bit. It starts out really bleak and then just kind of punches it by the time you get to the end.
So I expected. I wasn't what I was expecting.
Right,
But
right.
at the end of the damn day,
Yeah.
it looks great.
I mean, not to do too hard analysis on it, but what I do like about Marvel trailers is that, like, I've noticed this little bit of a pattern where, like, they'll sometimes give you, like, a lot of, like, one aspect in a trailer. So I feel like it's a strategic thing. So, like, they don't have to show you, because Marvel holds back a lot.
Yep.
Of what they want to put in the trailer.
Right, I know.
So one of their little tricks is to kind of give you like a good amount of a scene. And so that whole thing with Tony in the beginning, like in some other trailer, they would have had that chopped to like 2 heartbeats. You would have gotten the idea. We would have moved on. But it's like, well, let's let them all soak in the pathos of like, you know, this crazy situation and his dire, you know, his dire need to get out of there. Like, will he, won't he? But, you know, it just whets the appetite for more. So the rumor was that today we were supposed to get a Spider-Man, but has not broken, it seems. I've been checking, keeping my eye on the.
That could end up being like a midnight thing.
It might be because they were doing a panel in Brazil today, so there was an estimation that if it broke today and they put it out, if they showed it and then put it out online immediately after, that would have been like 5 p.m. our time. So it should have popped already. So like Bob said, maybe they're waiting to midnight. Maybe it didn't even show. I really didn't even look into to see if they actually did play it. But that's supposed to be coming right around the corner too.
Right. Well, I actually thought we were going to get a Spider-Man trailer this week because for you guys that are collectors, Marvel actually released a Spider-Man Homecoming exclusive steelbook this week.
Oh, okay.
But it's part of Sony's pop art steelbooks. I don't know if you've seen these. They have, it's like very, very, like almost like Mondo-ish art.
Okay.
For a certain slew of movies. They haven't done a Marvel one yet.
Okay.
And that dropped this week. It's actually really, had it in my hands.
Had it in my hands, folks. And some old lady kicked me in the face.
It's mine, I tell you. So if you are
right there in the Best Buy,
a very big collector on Spider-Man, you might want to check that out. It's a Best Buy exclusive.
Best Buy exclusive.
Yes, it is.
Use the promo code Wicked Theory at checkout.
Yeah. And they'll say you'll probably owe them $7.
Yeah.
Palmer, don't try that code.
Right, those guys. All right. Well, yeah, I liked it a lot.
The promo code Sweetie 2018.
Sweetie 2018, like 2020, like I'm running for
2018.
2018. It's running out, folks. We're at the end of the year. This promo code's gonna run out. We waited till now to tell you. But yeah.
WTPC.
Yeah. Promo code.
Black Friday.
It's Black Friday. It's BLKFRI. But yeah, I mean, I dug it a lot. I was into it. It was more funny to watch the Marvel fans chomp at the bit for 5 days on Twitter, where the memes just turned into, like, give us our shit. Like, that became, like, the running joke was, like, you know, not goofing on
like
Captain
junkie.
Marvel, but, like, being, like, yeah, junkie. Like, being like, oh, you gave us, like, this tiny little taste. Come on. Like, we don't want, so... Marvel's got them on tenterhooks. So, like, for them to put out a trailer that tells you stuff but kind of, like, doesn't really tell you a lot. Because it's like, what is it really telling you? It's telling you, oh, Tony's in space. You know he's going to get home. Like, you know he's not going to die out there. Right. Like, you know what I mean? So, and
or is he? You don't know.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Yeah. But the thing is, the point really is that you don't know anything other than he's sitting there in a tube in space.
Right. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Anyway,
When we left him, he was on the planet, though.
When we last saw him,
he was with Nebula on the planet.
And she's on the ship. Like, if you actually watch it close, she's on that ship with him. So they're going to get saved somehow. Probably, maybe Captain Marvel is zooming by.
Oh, she is, like, mostly robotic, so maybe she can put shit together.
Nebula, right? She might be able to fix shit, use some of her circuitry. But at this point, they've probably exhausted a lot of their shit. So they're going to need somebody of a cosmic importance.
Maybe it's going to be a romance.
A little fucking... he's going to bang her now?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he banged Gamora in the comics. Tony.
Well, maybe that's the...
You know, maybe.
Well, dude, you know, you're in sci-fi. Everyone, you got to bang a green chick.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
After Kirk did it, everyone's got to
See, an edgy bit for me, and probably would work with me, is if he thinks he's going to die.
Well, if you say edgy bit is probably going to work for you, Jay, I know it's going to work
I'm just saying, like, if they're, like, making out or something, and then all of a sudden, as soon as they, like, start going at it, then, like, Captain Marvel comes by, saves them both, and then it's weird.
Then it's awkward.
Yeah, that would work.
But would they exchange the kiss?
Yeah.
Okay. Pepper Potts is not going to be happy about that, Jay.
You know, given the circumstance.
She's a little stiff anyway. I feel like he could do better.
Yes, I
He
do
could
too.
he could get somebody with a little more personality. Granted, she's like probably like the most best girlfriend you'd want to have because
I
she's like
was-
super on point with like everything. But
I was all for Tony and Black Widow.
yeah, I mean,
I was all for that. That was,
I was
perfect.
all for that. I was all for that.
That was Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I'm all for anybody in Black Widow, pretty much.
Yes.
At this point.
Well, that's a strong female
I'm all
character.
for me and Black Widow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean anybody,
Yeah.
especially anybody here. Like
Yeah.
fist bumps forever.
Red Sparrow?
No Red Sparrow.
Okay.
No, that's like
It's Black Widow
no disassemble.
under Fox. Anyway, what else we got?
That's the Fox Sparrow.
So yeah, so that opening scene.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
look,
I mean, you know,
it's great stuff. I kind of forgot a little bit of the rest of it, a little
Right,
bit, even though I
well-
did watch it 3 times.
Yeah, I watched it twice, and see after that, what do we really?
You see Thanos kind of just chilling still. He's got his
Right, he's-
costume hanging up
right.
like a scarecrow. That's from the comics.
He's still wearing the gauntlet.
Still wearing the gauntlet. It's a little jinged up,
Yeah, a little banged up.
which is strange because you would think if he could fix everything, he would fix
Right.
that.
Right, but now it's really just a symbol of his success.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he really doesn't need it.
It's probably like he could, like, I could remove the scars from my face too, but I don't. Like, you know what I mean? I want to remember the pain.
Right. So, but
Mm-hmm.
what else do we?
Yeah, no, I got nothing else. All
But-
right, this second. I'm stretching.
But we see Thor looking pretty down.
Yeah, Thor looking like he just like he
Like
didn't
lost
get
a
picked.
friend?
No, more like he didn't get picked for the job on the construction
Yeah.
site.
Or maybe he really in the back of his head thought Loki was going to be alive, and now he just found out.
Jay liked my joke. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was funny.
Well, because he's just sitting there in a Carhartt jacket, and I'm thinking like, this guy's getting like, he's just one of the guys now. Like he's just looking like, yeah, I'm just depressed and really needed to
Yeah,
work today.
You'd think he'd be liking that new hammer he's got.
Mm.
Was it Stormbreaker?
Yeah, Stormbreaker. I think that's what they're calling it, right? Yeah,
think so.
Stormbreaker.
So so you think he'd be enjoying that?
Mm.
You know, because now he can go wherever. As long as he's got that, he can go right. He doesn't need the bridge, right?
So I got an update on what we were saying before about the Spider-Man trailer.
Okay.
Marvel fans are annoyed because the trailer did debut at that Comic-Con, at that expo,
Oh, and they didn't drop it.
and they
right
didn't
after.
drop it online.
No, that's their business.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
you
what
know.
I mean. No, suck it up, dudes. You weren't there.
And I feel like, you know what, Marvel just dropped 2 trailers in 1 week, moved Avengers up a week.
Yeah.
So now it opens at the end of April instead of the beginning of May.
right.
And
Deja
like,
vu.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's only a couple of weeks after Captain Marvel.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's so it's like
Captain Marvel's like middle of March.
I think feel like people are just getting greedy now. It's like, you know, come on, guys.
Well, summer movies are going
You
to
good?
start in February soon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
that is the way it's
I think
going.
I think they are now. Didn't Deadpool start that?
Yeah, Deadpool broke a lot of that kind of, broke
Yeah.
that mold.
Because that's when Black Panther came out in February the following year, right?
I think so. I
Yeah,
think
February
that
the
kind of
following year.
tracks for
Yeah.
me. That kind of tracks.
So
I'm digging those tracks, yo.
And then we get our mini summer blockbusters at the end of December. That last week of the
Yeah,
last 2 weeks
well,
of
that's-
December,
Oh yeah.
we
It's
get
like
big blockbusters,
Yeah, we-
summer-esque.
yeah, and this year we're going to be in 2019. We're talking now. We're going to be getting the last of the. We're going to get
Mohicans?
Star Wars Part 9, right? We're getting.
That's
what are they calling it now?
next year.
Yeah, is that going to be 2020 or 2019?
2019.
It's 2019.
2019. They're all
Right,
yeah.
right,
'cause
right.
they're-
Because this December we're not getting any Star Wars.
No, we got
Right.
it in May.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So-
All right. It's all piling up. It's all piling up. All right.
We're
Thanks.
getting
Dave.
Aquaman this year.
Right. Which looks promising for DC.
There was early reports are saying it's amazing.
Not for nothing. Like I watched that last trailer and it's like it looks amazing for what it is. But like what it is, I'm so like
You're
kinda-
scared.
yeah, tepid on it. Like it's just very. I'm not used to maybe just something being that bright and kind of like so crazy all over the place. It feels like it's Game of Thrones, it's Avatar, it's fucking anything you ever imagined under the water, and like there's just so much kind of going on that I'm like, this really feels like it's just it's just massively conceived. Like, it really feels like a big, broad place in a big, broad world of its own. And I just hope that in the mix, this isn't just a trailer that's like, it's got a lot of great visuals.
Well, that's why
like,
I said
it looks really well done. But or is this just like an expertly executed trailer that sometimes is what you get?
Right, like what's it? The last Luc Besson movie.
Luc Besson.
Valerian?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Valerian, which was like a really great trailer, and
Yeah.
like I liked the movie a lot. But the trailer sold the movie in a way that like
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but what was flat for me in that was the relationship between the two of them.
Yeah, and I agree.
And that brought the movie down for me.
Yeah, they were kind of like buddy, but not enough personality.
Right. They didn't have that sexual chemistry that you usually need when you have that kind of duo.
They didn't have
going
like a
on.
lot of chemistry. to
No,
begin
they
with.
didn't.
Like it
No.
didn't have to be sexual, but even if it was just buddy,
yeah.
copish, it didn't even have that. Really.
For a while there, I thought they might be brother and sister, and then they started kissing. I was like, no, that's not the case.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's French. It is French.
So
It is a
'cause
French
It
concept.
does open up with them like together. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, early
But anyway.
reports
Yeah.
said that it's not really damn good.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah, Aquaman. Yeah, it looks. They made that yellow and green costume, the golden green costume, look pretty good.
Yeah, as good as you can make that work.
Yeah, if you can make that work,
Yeah.
you might have something.
Yeah.
But you might just have great visuals too.
Yeah,
we
that's
have
the
we
thing.
have seen that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hopeful.
So who should play Plastic Man? Any ideas?
Oh yeah, I heard about this today.
It's nothing really going on with it yet. It's just that Warner Brothers is kicking it around. No one's been assigned. They're just kind of putting it into active movement.
Well, what about what's his name from Flash? He's already doing the other guy.
Well, then you can't really kind of do that. And that guy's not good enough to kind of carry it.
You know, John Hamm would be good.
Johnny Depp.
I like both these ideas. I like both these Johns.
I'm sorry for the timing, Bill. You almost
Yeah. I almost choked on that one because I just pictured him with that ratty fucking chin hair. But yeah, John Hamm. John Hamm's got the look. He's got the height. He's got the broadness to him. I think he's got the goofiness in him because I've seen him do comedy stuff, like not just Saturday Night Live.
He'd be, and Plastic Man's supposed to be about 40, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be like late 30s. I always feel.
Yeah,
at
I
least.
think it works.
Well, what about what's his name? The stepbrother, the one who started on.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly? He's a little doughy. He's a little round.
Make him work out.
I feel like here's the problem is that like the perfect Plastic Man is like
Ryan Reynolds, probably.
Oh no, what
him, like somebody, but who else is like him? Like, who's a modern day Jim Carrey? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Skeet Ulrich.
What?
You mean Johnny
Depp, like
Johnny Depp too?
You can't afford Johnny Depp.
Depp, you get Skeet.
God, I can't. I'm trying to think.
Give me something he's in, or
he's Looper.
JGL, fucking John.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. He's a little under tall, but I'll take it. He's got the look. He's got the lean, weird kind of jaw and stuff.
They can make him look a little taller.
That can be fixed. Height can be fixed.
Oh, sure. It works for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But because I feel like classically, like the guy in his prime who would have been great at it would have been his name?
Cruise, actually.
Well, if we're going super serious, then maybe Tom Cruise.
He's got like a way where he can be silly.
But I'm thinking of the guy from
Just like
Evil
the Oprah
Dead.
Winfrey thing.
From the Evil Dead stuff.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell in his prime. Evil Dead 2
or
era.
Army of Darkness.
Or Army of Darkness era. Like, that's like...
Yeah, that's the guy you
That's
got.
like
Primo.
Yeah, that's like Dreamcasting. You'll never get
Probably
that.
would have made him a huge fucking...
Oh, man, if they made that work... If it was around the time of The Mask and
right.
they got him for that,
Yeah.
I wonder if that was something that was ever mentioned and thrown his way. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anybody in Hollywood who's really kind of like...
I think Ham is a good...
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, currently, in whatever physical shape he's in.
Or
Wasn't Jim Carrey mentioned at one point years ago?
I would think so. It had to be. And if he wasn't, I'll still say that he was.
I can't remember names right now, but I'm trying
Give
to
me something he's in.
He's doing the apartment commercials now.
Jeff Goldblum?
Ray
Yes.
Liotta?
Yeah, no, Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Maybe,
There's never enough Goldblum.
that's true.
There's
That's true.
never enough Goldblum.
That is true. There is never enough Goldblum. You can have more sometimes, maybe. I don't know. I don't have the voice, but the mannerisms, I'm working. I'm getting.
I love him as the Grandmaster.
Here's one. What about the guy with no chin from Discovery?
From who the guy? Doug, the guy who plays the weird alien.
Yeah.
Doug Jones.
Oh yeah. Doug Jones.
Doug Jones, he plays the fish in the water in that other
Yeah.
movie. He was the
Shape
fish
of
in
Water.
Hellboy. He was the fish in Hellboy.
He played Taylor. He was Taylor on. Is that the guy's name on Discovery? With the one who's like he thinks he's human, but then they find out that they've like altered him, so he's like Klingon.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, when you said no chin, I forgot that was my whole problem with him. I forgot. That was your in to make me remember. And I was thinking of the weird alien dude who's like the second in command.
Okay, no, but you know what? That wouldn't be bad. I don't know what he looks like without the makeup.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. He's always in body makeup.
Right.
So that's why I was saying all that other stuff.
Okay, yeah, but
But the guy that they were holding as a terrorist, whatever.
Yeah.
And that guy, chinless.
Yeah, chinless.
Fuck that guy. I still hate that guy.
At least they could give him a chin for this.
I don't give a shit.
They'd have to because Plastic Man's chin is like Jay Leno's.
Well, you know what you could do for Plastic Man, right? If you got a short guy, let him be short in the beginning of the movie. But then for the rest of the movie, like it's like,
Right.
but you're 6 foot tall now, Steve, and it's like, well,
You know something? Vince
Plastic
Vaughn could
legs.
pull it off if he lost weight.
Vince Vaughn.
Because he has the quirky attitude, too, that can pull that off.
I like the idea of a Plastic Man with an attitude, though.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. No.
No, not for you.
I'm gonna pass it up. Josh Peck, we're getting it from Thomas K in the chat room.
So we got people in there now.
Well, we got Tom K. I don't know if there's anybody else. But I'm gonna pull up a picture of Josh Peck real quick.
The name is ringing a bell.
Yeah.
What about?
This is one of the guys. This is actually would work kind of. He's one of these guys who was on Nickelodeon. He was Drake and Josh.
Yeah, the only problem.
Right.
And he lost all that weight.
Yeah. Okay.
The only problem I have with that is that he has that look of too polished, too Gen X. I
It's a
think
little
you
bit of
need
that,
somebody with
and
a little bit more history.
He's also got a little bit of like a dopey mouth kind of thing going on too.
Yeah, but that could work as
Yeah,
Plastic Man.
it could if you lean into it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who thought Zachary Levi was going to work in anything? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Really. And here he is. He's playing Shazam of all.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Not that Captain Marvel.
Right.
The Captain Marvel.
Right. Exactly. Not to confuse anybody.
Really.
Not to confuse anyone. All right. So you kids in the home, you work on that. You send us emails. Who should be Plastic Man? All right.
John Hamm.
We're shooting for John Hamm. We'll take anybody.
We'll take Skeet Ulrich.
We'll take Skeet Ulrich. Find us someone in the middle. We'll take Skeet Ulrich. All right. So Brother Bob's got a thing in here. And a little newsy news. It's a little Star Wars related. It's a little bit of a follow-up. I'm sure the kids will love it.
Yeah.
I'm loving all this Star Wars news.
It's
man.
been a lot lately.
Well,
It hasn't gone
first
away.
off, let's start with what I found today, which may or may not have actually dropped today or yesterday or the day before. There's a picture floating around that Disney put out there of the finished Millennium Falcon ride.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is just a nice outside shot.
Right.
But
And-
it looks so super detailed, man.
Yeah, it looks like the real freaking deal.
Yep.
And they've also released recently the estimate of how many riders per hour,
Yeah.
and B, how long you're gonna wait in line when that thing opens.
Yep. And
Right?
and who knows? It could be even longer than the estimates. 'Cause, if it gets crazier.
because they're estimating this to be like one of the really like super successful ones in
Yeah.
the past. I would expect it to be longer.
Yeah.
They're saying that this is going to be able to do about 1,800 riders per hour.
Yep.
Okay, which sounds pretty awesome, right? 1,800
Sure.
riders
It
per
sounds
hour.
like you could turn it over.
Yeah, that's actually only in the middle of what most of their rides do. Some of them go as low as 1,300 per hour, and others
okay.
go as high as 2,400 per
Right.
hour. Okay, so this is kind of right in the middle, which makes them happy.
Right.
But it's not going to make you happy because you're going to be staying in line for at least 6 hours. All right. When this thing opens, imagine every Star Wars fan on Earth is
Right.
going to want to be there.
Well, put this in context, right? I'm looking at the article. So they go, Disneyland attracted 18.3 million visitors in 2017 for an average of 50,000 visitors per day, right? So you're granted, you're going to kind of start chopping that number down in your head, be like, well, not everybody's going to go there for Star Wars, and not everybody's going to kind of like, no.
It's a small world, after all.
It's sure,
Get on
right?
that line.
It's a small universe now. But
Pirates,
but yeah, but that average number is going to go up.
of course.
So that's going to throw everything off. So yeah, you're going to be waiting, kids.
Yeah, I'm expecting. I would not be surprised if if they start reporting online waits that are literally get there in the morning and then wait until 5 minutes before they close. It would not surprise me at all, and it would not surprise me if they kept reporting for like 2 years that these lines were going on.
It's going to be it's going to be.
This is not going to be like any other ride. This is not like the teacups people. This is Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is the world telling you that you can now be Luke Skywalker.
There's going to be a song set to the Star Wars music.
Yeah, every person who's sitting on Twitter right now, drooling over the upcoming movie, is going to be getting tickets to this thing, and they're going to be paying like $500-600
Yeah, bro.
a pop.
So you're going?
No.
Oh. So much fucking reporting on this. I was kind of thinking maybe we'd send you there.
I'll go down to visit mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe go drive by and laugh at the people.
I'll go,
You know?
but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, you don't want to be the first person.
That's true.
I
That's
wonder
true.
who is the first person.
You want it to be seasoned. You know what I mean?
Because remember, too, these rides, they got to be tested. You know, they look like they're safe, but nobody's
In that
actually...
first year, you'll really look at their workout.
Yeah.
You'll really kind of figure out the
So, you know,
kinks. It's true.
The 3 deaths that are gonna happen in that first
Yeah.
week too.
Yeah. All the so many deaths
Yeah, and we're talking about what's going to happen on the ride, not what's going to happen on the line.
on the line.
Because people,
Yeah.
My lightsaber is better than your lightsaber.
Well, besides duels to the death, I'm thinking that
Go
the
to
whole
the Hall of
line.
Presidents instead.
What do you want to do instead? All this shit from 1973 that's still running? Nothing.
The mansion is a big time. The Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
That's timeless. You got to keep that there.
Well, it'll stay for a while. Then eventually, when it stops being a draw, they'll replace that too.
That's just it. That's never stopped.
Another part to this is that
I'm not aware. Fair enough.
I believe in the same article, they also talk about how they're not going to be working to fix the long lines, because where in the past it has been seen as being positive when the lines keep moving really fast.
Right.
They've come to realize that the fact that people will wait that long really is more important to them.
Right. Capacity was our friend, no matter what you did with the line. Keep it moving. That lesson's been lost over the decades. It
Right.
says
So they're not really going to help you while you're waiting all day online.
yeah, they're not going to really all of a sudden 6 months later figure out some other way to kind of manage this. It's
Right.
going to be about letting the reputation of it being a long line
Right.
be the thing that
that
kind of deters a certain amount of people.
Right.
Because you have to have that. Because otherwise you'll just be swamped and flooded.
Right, and
Yeah.
you'll be fighting it all the time.
Yeah.
You'll be putting all these people out there trying to protect everybody, and paying for all this manpower that really isn't going to be successful.
And they should just kind of make a separate line that kind of ferrets out into the parking lot.
So so what this means for you guys is you're probably going to want to go with like your friends, and then you're going to want to go multiple days. Everyone buys tickets for multiple days, and then while half of you are actually online waiting, the other half are there with food, water, bathroom bottles, because you're not going to be leaving that line to go pee.
Oh, damn, hell no.
You know what I mean? You guys are going to have to tag team and help each other, and like half of you go on the ride one day and half of you go on the next, or some shit like that. I mean, it's going to start getting crazy.
Thomas K. agrees. I don't wait in line unless they have a food truck coming by.
Yeah, so
That's the way to be. That's the way to be.
I just want to let everybody know that it took me 30 years to see Star Tours.
Star Tours.
That opened up in '85. I only saw it in 2015 when I went down there.
All right.
Because I haven't been to. I went to Disney World once in 1980.
Okay.
I was 6.5, I think.
Sure.
And then the next time I went was in 2015.
Yeah. I went to around the same. I was the same age to the one in California. Which one's that?
Disneyland.
That's Land.
Grandma Sweeney.
No, me and Mom went out there to go see the
right.
Dela and all them. They were in California at that time.
So you went to Disneyland.
right.
The
that's
Coppins. The Coppins.
Right. Okay.
You went to Disneyland. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I don't remember any of it. I remember the teacups because it had the wheel in the middle. That's
Well, that's
kind of
the
like all
original.
I remember.
Right.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
You
That's
got the wheel
really-
in the middle. You had to use the turner to keep it
to
still.
keep it spinning. Oh, you know, but it was that's. I
It
remember,
really didn't do too much.
I remember a flash of that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's the original.
Yeah,
And then World opened, and that's, I think, the most popular
Yeah,
the one in
well,
Florida is the most popular.
Yeah.
And then there was the atrocity that was Euro Disney.
Well,
And people don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Somebody
they do have,
died on that,
They
right?
do have Japan now, right? That's
Oh, right.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
one in Japan.
Yeah, there's one in Japan.
Euro Disney closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave it a whirl.
Well, a lot of shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so there's that, people. So get your Star Wars on when you can.
Get your wars on.
Yeah. And go enjoy the Millennium Falcon ride. What do we got next?
We got a little bit more Marvel. Shang-Chi.
Yeah. My in, my up. So, Marvel Studios.
Marvel Studios. I've heard of them.
So now
Yeah.
they're bringing in
Yeah,
their
yeah.
first martial arts superhero.
Well, the first.
He's not a superhero. I don't want to confuse.
Well,
people.
yeah, that's not. Yeah, but he's their first Asian top billing
Right.
character. They seem to be moving ahead.
Now, real quick, let me just get into this a little bit. This was a book I actually read for a while.
I
Masters
have
of
a
Kung Fu.
feeling it's right in that era where I know
I was.
you were there. You were like,
part of-
is it Marv Wolfman writing?
It was
I'm reading
it was a Marvel Comics book that ran for a long time too, called Masters of Kung Fu, and Shang-Chi was the hero.
the main character. Yep.
So Marvel Studios is now taking this character
Yeah.
and bringing him into their universe, legit.
Yeah, well, he always was. I mean,
No, I'm saying,
the
but
movie universe.
the movie universe.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he could pop up in another Avengers
Yeah.
film or something, which is cool. I think that's.
I think he's getting his own movie.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like they're bringing it and making it canon with the rest of the
Yeah, sure.
stuff. So I'm.
It makes sense.
So I think that's something to look forward to. Nothing else has been said.
Yeah, I
As
think
far
it's
as
an interesting thing that for a character who's basically strictly kung fu, I don't think he's like Iron Fist's thing is to channel his chi and all that. So I don't know if Shang-Chi is about that, but it will be about how do you kind of reconceptualize him from the 70s stuff, because a lot of 70s stuff is a little quasi-racist.
Oh,
A lot of the villains are like, oh, like yellow guy this and
Right.
yellow guy that.
this is
So-
going to be reworked and updated, and I'm
so much.
sure
They'll
that
put the best spin on it.
you can probably have Daredevil and Stick and Iron Fist pop into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
But this is a smart move by them. After everything that happened with the backlash from Doctor Strange, and the success of movies like Crazy Rich Asians, it's overdue probably.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Absolutely. The shame of it is that Shang-Chi doesn't have a lot of like mainstream recognizability, but Marvel's already been in that water, so you really can't hold that to Marvel, because Marvel's like, yeah, that doesn't really apply to our system, because we take characters that no one's heard of
But yeah,
and
however-
make them work. you know?
However, if your main play was to incorporate, I'm just hypothetically speaking,
Sure.
that if you took Charlie Cox and Scott Glenn, you know what I mean, or even the guy that played Iron Fist, and you actually brought that martial arts kind of factor and made them supporting players into
Right,
this,
folded them in somewhere.
you would automatically get your audience back.
Yeah, but I don't think you need them though.
Maybe not, because you just said Shang-Chi is a character that not many people are going to,
Right.
it's going to take some convincing, but if you brought your characters that you just fucking canceled.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see is how they're going to make it feel different than just like, because I feel like sometimes the Netflix stuff just feels like it's just Ninja City. It's karate time. Like, you know what I mean? And I get that Shang-Chi is literally that. Like, it's Marvel's Bruce Lee. Like, that's literally what it is. Like when the character was developed, it was about hey, kung fu, Bruce Lee is super hot. Let's have a guy who does that.
I'm saying from that
but
aspect is wait for them to actually grasp
Folded it to the bigger-
easy money.
Oh yeah.
Plus to actually say, all right, well, we're getting a little bit more Daredevil.
Yeah,
you know what I
look,
mean? At the expense of this other character.
Sure. It'd be great.
So
It'd be great if one of those guys had
we'll look
cameos
forward
in
to that.
Yeah.
Next up, Lea Seydoux,
Got his own type.
not to be confused with Reggie Ledoux.
Reggie Ledoux. Who is Lea Seydoux?
Lea Seydoux is a really beautiful French actress.
You guys are dating?
She, we're calling it quits. But she was the last Bond girl.
Oh, who broke up with who?
It was mutual thing. It was mutual thing. Anyway, the next James Bond film that's in the works is basically bringing everybody back from the last few Bond films. She was a Bond girl in the last film. They're actually bringing her back. That's a big thing. They don't usually do that. Doesn't really happen often. So Cary Fukunaga,
Gesundheit.
who did the first True Detective,
Gotcha. Yes.
is actually doing the next Bond.
I heard that. That's
So,
kinda wild.
and he really liked Lea Seydoux, so she's bringing it back.
Love
She's
it.
also in the beginning of Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay. Is he Shoshana?
No, she's one of the
Other sisters.
the little sisters that is wary of
Okay.
Hans Landa.
She's one of the other ones, kind of like
Right.
just panicking the whole time.
So congratulations to her for
What's
coming back. So Ghost in a Shell is getting revamped into a Netflix series.
I feel like we were talking about this last week.
Well, that's big news because they did a film with Scarlett Johansson and didn't run over well.
Poofta.
So now they're actually just giving this a reboot and putting it on Netflix. If you've ever seen those two movies, Ghost in the Shell and Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, I don't know if you've ever seen those. They are remarkable anime films.
Yeah. I saw the
Remarkable.
original.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the original.
Really great stuff. Great to see. I just keep feeling like when I heard this, I'm like, I just want I know I'm a sucker for Akira, but I feel like, maybe they'll do something with that down the line if this works. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I feel like Akira supposedly is this thing that is like just epic. It's like so many books, and they condense it all down to this one movie.
Epic Comics, you're talking about.
Well, also that's true. Marvel published it as Epic Comics. Now it comes from somebody else, but the reprints that still come out. But just that it was this really long thing that like supposedly has like all these great chapters, and like the movie pretty much jumps from the beginning to the end of it, like kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So
Well, I think that if they stay true to the nature of that first movie, you have a really good Netflix show in your hands.
sure,
And that movie's already 20-something years old.
right.
So, and lastly, in the doc to close it out, do you recall Night Gallery, which was an old '60s thriller sci-fi show?
Sorry about that. I was just warming up my drums.
Okay.
I vaguely.
It was Rod Serling's other show besides Twilight Zone,
Okay, so,
basically.
yeah, that might have rang a faint bell for some reason, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Night Gallery is one of the most famous thing about it is that Spielberg came out of that.
Did he?
Because he, one of his first big gigs was that he directed an episode of Night Gallery with Joan Crawford.
So
So it was like it was a big Universal production of what would have been. It's like a light version of Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I do remember it. I knew it was this other Sterling project,
Right.
And that it was of the similar vein. Twilight's ilk, very similar animal. Twilight Zone, I think, was off already.
Yes, it's the late '60s.
Yeah, it was off already, and this was
Yeah.
now for another network, so he had to kind of rebrand it.
Right.
It's okay. I'll do a show for CBS now.
Right.
You know what I mean, or whatever, and it's like we'll call it this.
Well, they are a SyFy
Yeah.
is actually resurrecting it.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's like there's a trend now.
Somebody watched Black Mirror and said we should be doing this.
It's all over the place. Fucking Electric Dreams on Amazon. I watched
Yes.
that. That's the Philip K. Dick stories. That's really good.
Yeah.
I actually finished it the other day. I hope that's coming back. I don't know if it's coming back, but I hope it's coming back. But these kinds of anthology shows are having a nice resurgence.
Right. So if you ever watch one, I mean, if you like those Alfred Hitchcock stories, those really Twilight Zone stories, Outer Limits stuff, Night Gallery was just another one of those.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine big things because Sci-Fi's starting to shape up their channel a little bit. We spoke about this.
Yeah.
It's not like Sharknado stuff anymore.
Yeah, they're trying to move away, get back to the Battlestar Galactica.
So this might be a
era.
step in the right direction for them. So I wish
Sure.
them the best out of it.
Yeah.
It seems
So
like they're
there's that.
trying now to pick out better shows.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good show. Like I said, Spielberg gave us a really good. If you ever seen that particular episode with John Crawford,
It's a standout anyway.
It's a big standout. You can see the talent coming out of it.
Well, yeah, I got a lot of hope for Sci-Fi, the channel network. They got Deadly Class coming this month, actually, and that's a comic book. That's Matt Fraction comic.
That's
Takes
why
place
I was
in
thinking about them.
You've seen some stuff for it?
I had seen an article about it. Or something.
Yeah, so it takes place in the 80s in the Manhattan punk scene. Kind of it's wrapped up in that a little bit.
Okay.
But it's really about a school for assassins this kid gets brought into. So it's kind of like, it's got that thing going on.
So it's punk rock ninjas?
Yeah, but like kind of written with a real kind of grounded edge. So as much as it's like, oh, you could dismiss it as like, it's another like high school academy, like wizard, or whatever academy. Yeah, you could say that on the surface, but it's like, trying to ground it in a much more realistic action adventure way. Stuck in the 80s with the punk scene and drugs and kids who probably shouldn't be left to their own devices, who happen to be trained murderers, And it's got Wong. It's got the guy who plays Wong from Doctor Strange as like the main fucking headmaster. So,
Okay.
and
Lisa Wong?
Right. I heard he had signed on for something.
You know
so I
what
guess
that is.
that's
You know
it.
who that is.
I know who that is. That's a porn star.
No.
Oh, no?
Lisa Wong was the last hit the bride was supposed to take out before she got pregnant
of course. It's
and Kill Bill.
I should have known.
Lisa Wong.
Now my Quentin Tarantino fan club membership is going to be revoked.
No, be really good.
Just don't tell me about my fucking coffee, okay? All right. So there's that. That was news-ish stuff.
Yeah.
So now we got Meanwhile.
Well, we do
well,
meanwhile. I got
yeah.
other things we can do. We don't have to jump to that just yet.
Okay.
Well, do we have enough people to like maybe throw the chat game their way? Maybe.
I don't know. Do we have more than 2 people? We can do a late run.
Well,
No.
no.
No. Oh well.
You're gonna save that for next week.
What?
Wow. Thomas Casey and Wesley's not.
Was that about?
Thomas Casey and
It's
Wesley's
Tom
not.
K
That's
and
true.
Benny, but
Even Tom K is like, no, you don't have enough people for a game.
Wesley better be working on that car of his, that pickup truck.
All right. He probably is. He's probably painted in a nice metallic shade of something.
Yeah, orange I think it was. Remember?
Sounds about right. All right. So every now and then, what we do is I pull a card from these. They're called hypotheticals from Chuck Klosterman. We've done them a couple times. Well, more than a couple now.
His name Chuck Colostomy Big.
No. I mean, close. It's Klosterman.
Oh,
And,
Colostoman.
Klosterman.
Colostoman.
He's a hero. He's a hero to most. Get to
He
know him.
flies and rains down shitstorms.
Yeah, well, everybody needs a hobby. So he's got a series of cards. They're like conversation starters and goofy scenarios. They're called hypertheticals, and we've been doing them once in a while, throwing them out there. I kind of go through the stack, see which one might be fun for us to kind of break down. One of those, what would you do?
Oh,
kind
what
of
you got?
thing.
What you got?
Thank God, Bob. I'm glad you're into it.
Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich and you are locked in a closet. What do? All right, so here we go. For whatever reason, 2 unauthorized movies are made about your life. The first is an independently released documentary, primarily comprised of interviews with people who know you and bootleg footage from your actual life. Critics are describing the documentary as brutally honest and relentlessly fair. Meanwhile, Columbia TriStar has produced a big-budget biopic of your life, casting major Hollywood stars as you and all your acquaintances. Though the movie is based on actual events, screenwriters have taken some liberties with the facts. Critics are split on the artistic merits of this fictionalized account, but the audiences love it. Which film would you be more interested in seeing? The actual hard documentary or the adapted, slightly fictionalized portrayal of your own life?
Well,
Questions.
presented in this manner,
Sure.
I would think that in this situation,
Presented in this manner. Yes.
Now, what was the situation again?
You're not, you fucking, you and your short term. All right, so it's a documentary about your
right.
life, or like a Hollywood style.
That's all I needed was the documentary.
Gotcha,
the documentary was hearing about the documentary,
Yeah.
and hearing that it's a fair documentary. I think I'd be like, all right,
Okay.
I can check that out another time. I think I'd want to see the bullshit
Yeah. Okay.
for myself,
Interesting.
so that I could deal with all the questions about the bullshit
Right.
and call out the bullshit.
Interesting.
You know? And then later on, I would go see the documentary, and I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Right.
Deal with that, however.
But that fictionalized one would be like, let me see what's going on there.
Right. I think I'd be more inclined to. I want to know what's going on with that one first.
There's some logic
You
in
know?
that. That would be the one I'd be probably more perplexed in. Jay, what are your thoughts, man? What are you thinking?
My thought would be that I would just kill to see that Columbia TriStar logo of that horse running the
Pegasus?
the Pegasus. Ba-da-bum-bum. And it's a story about me that follows it.
He's so fuck. I knew. When I read it earlier today, I was like, the Columbia He might stop me as I'm reading once I say Columbia TriStar. I love you. I know you so well.
The only thing is, I feel that I probably make a little more money with it too.
With the Hollywood version.
With the Hollywood version, because
That
not
is
only
true.
that is that I think that I would probably be paid.
You're not making anything on this because it's an unauthorized biography, so you're not involved.
Is that what it says?
Yes, 2 unauthorized
it's
movies.
Yeah, I would still watch the fictionalized version.
That would be the go-to.
Yeah.
You'd be more interested in seeing that.
I'm a living documentary as it is. I had enough.
You've been.
I had enough. I want to see what Hollywood thinks.
Let's see what Hollywood does with it.
So if Jeffrey Dean Morgan's not busy
Right.
and can adapt a street accent,
Right, where you punch the moon at the end.
You carry around a baseball bat with wire wrapped around it.
Uncle Jay, Moon Puncher,
starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Moon Puncher. Oh,
This is not a movie about an American Indian.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm seeing a lot of redacted.
Yeah.
Redacted.
What is I can't think of any classic Uncle Jay lines right now to hear
Jeffrey Dean
Morgan do a classic Uncle Jay.
Oh,
How about you go fuck yourself? Like that's like
well, you know what? It's funny.
that is kind of like one of your things. Well, you know what? It's funny. Yeah, right.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, that's it. Negan's gonna Negan
yeah,
me up.
There you go. It's the all right. I get it. You're kind of following suit with Bob, where like that would be the thing. The Hollywood one would be the one for different reasons, but that's the one that would probably be like, I gotta check that out.
You got to play the Columbia TriStar logo for me.
But before we leave, I gotta pull that up.
Yes, you do.
Bottom line is, who
a
watches
request.
documentaries? Not a lot of people watch documentaries.
That's not true. That's not true. I watch
well,
documentaries.
when you compare it to regular Hollywood movies.
That's true. That's true.
Well, there's a lot of people that watch them now, I think, more
Well,
than
it's
usual.
come up.
Right,
It's
but-
come up, but he's
yeah.
kind of saying it in a big, broad sense, like
Right.
you know.
I don't have to worry about the documentary off the bat like I have to worry about the bullshit that's
Right.
going on
Well,
with the Hollywood movie.
I hear that.
That's-
Like if one is
You know what I
tarnishing
mean?
your image, or if
Yeah.
they both are, the one to kind of try and jump in front of.
would be the Hollywood movie because that's
Right.
the one that's going to attract all the idiots who are going to ask the stupid questions.
Right. Be like, Bob, did you really put your finger in a pig butt? You know, stuff like that.
Right.
In 1991,
In
yes.
1991.
You notice I'm not answering that, right?
Right. At Westerly Park on a dare.
No, but I do eat pork rinds.
That part of the movie is true. Sponsored by Kit Kat. All right, I got to follow with that logic. You guys have convinced me. I got to agree with you. The documentary, like you said, it's going to be there. You kind of probably know what's already in there because...
You lived it.
Yeah, and like it was documentary style. You obviously saw the cameras around.
Yeah, and you're not really going to be able to like talk down any shit that they're going to get you in a documentary.
Yeah, and a documentary is kind of like it's going to be one of those like, oh, here's a guy, maybe don't like him, and then by the end, maybe like him. Like that's how documentaries go.
Right? Yeah, they usually just
Make up your own mind whether or not this guy's a
Right.
douchebag.
Yeah, they just try and tell the facts of the story.
Right, let it all just lie.
Right.
But all right, I like that. That one was good. I feel like we had a good time with that one.
Columbia TriStar.
Columbia TriStar Pictures presents.
Yeah, you got another one?
I do have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hit another one.
You got another one that you've already like pre-screened?
Pre-screened and marked just in case of such occasion. As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh.
At long last, someone invents the Dream VCR. This machine allows you to tape an entire evening's worth of your own dreams, which you can then watch at your leisure. However, the inventor of the Dream VCR will only allow you to use this device if you agree to a strange caveat. When you watch your dreams, you must do so with your family and closest friends in the same room. They get to watch your dreams along with you. And if you don't agree to this, you can't use the dream VCR. Would you still do this? Jay, we'll start with you.
Well, you know what? It's funny.
Are you going to tell me how it is?
No, you know what? The thing is, your dreams, you have no control over your dreams. It
You
doesn't
don't.
mean,
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's part of your subconscious, you know, so, but the thing is, sure, I think I would allow.
Right.
I would allow that because I think that your family and your friends will be under the understanding that.
Right. You're hoping it's a judgment-free zone?
I think it will be a judgment-free zone.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't judge my friends from having the craziest fucking dreams.
Right.
Because you have no control
You sure
over
you're an
it.
Italian?
You know what I mean? No, because I'd be like, because most of the time, it's going to be, you know, basically about Margot Robbie.
It's going to be about me standing in line naked at the DMV, you know, or in the produce section, and that's not my fault.
Talking to a dragon standing behind me waiting to get his trying
Dragon.
to find the picture.
You know.
I have, you know what the thing is too, and this is not to get too deep into it, but a lot of times when I do dream, it's about things that have happened already.
Right.
You know what I mean? In my
Sure,
past.
yeah.
And I keep reliving it with different people involved.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's
right.
like literally, I'm not joking, like maybe 75% of dreams.
Yeah, I've had that happen, sure.
You know what I mean? Like something that happened
Yeah.
when I was 15
Right.
is over and over again, but with different people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes, you know, my grandfather is there. You know what I mean? And sometimes John Voight is there. So,
But he's playing the grandpa.
He's playing the grandpa.
He's playing the grandpa. What about you, Bob? What are your thoughts about the Dream VCR?
Well, you could probably guess because you have the same family.
Well, I mean that's true, but you know, to each his own.
Well, while I would be okay with certain people in our family,
yeah.
I don't necessarily, and I'm not going to mention names, right?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Their family. I don't necessarily think
Tommy?
No, I'm not saying.
Well, that's
names. No,
could be
no.
cousins you never heard of.
Right.
Who
I miss
knows?
Tommy.
So,
Could be Taylor, cousin Taylor.
you both live in Jersey, so why don't you go?
I'm gonna.
You guys, listen, not good. Just saying.
Really? But so, where was I now?
Some people maybe not in the room.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think overall, if I had to pick, I would say no.
Gotcha. Some people are a little too
I would be like,
critical,
forget it
or
then.
questiony.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Some people, they might be like, well, what was that about? And it's like, I got no control over that. And they,
Yeah,
they wouldn't
for
let it go.
For all we know, there may be other reasons why we don't remember our dreams.
There might be
There
good
might be
reasons.
reasons. Yeah,
There might be good reasons.
reasons.
That's why some of it's blacked out.
Yeah,
You know?
you might need therapy if you did.
Yeah.
If you did remember. So
And then, you know what? Not for nothing. I feel like that could happen to anybody where it'd be like, oh, I'm watching my dreams unfold. And it's like, you know, okay, yeah, I get that it's a dream, but seriously, do you have a thing for Connie Chung? And it's like, no, I really don't. And they're like, are you sure? It's like once they see it, they kind of like, whatever crazy thing, they're going to be like, but why would you fuck a dragon, though?
really,
And like, I never wanted to bang a dragon. Like, really? Are you sure? Because it was in your dreams. And it's like, once they see it, it's almost like,
and what's up with Angela Lansbury in the tutu?
I mean, come on. It's like almost like once you say something in front of people, it's like, well, you did say that, and now you're locked in for life with whatever judgment they've placed on you for saying that
well,
one
that's
thing.
the fear. The fear is you're
Yeah.
worried about what other people are going to think when they watch this shit.
Not really. Not so much that like, oh, it's not so much that they think it. It's just that like some people will kind of like not let it go.
Yeah, they will infer.
Or kind of like spread it as the gospel truth or something like that.
I don't
know what
think
mean?
that would be an issue.
People, there are
You might have nicer
people
friends.
as nice as people can be. People are weird. Sometimes people will infer things about you based on information that is totally left field and never came from nowhere or from totally unreliable source.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
So you got to worry about someone seeing something and taking the wrong interpretation.
Yeah, like you said, I think it depends on who's in the room. I think there would be some people where, like, I might be like, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if I want you out in my dreams. By the way, Thomas K says he'll wait for the Dream Blu-ray machine
Okay.
so that he can see it in high def. He's not doing that VCR shit.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Once that tape starts to stretch
That's
and wear
it.
out.
That's
I
it.
draw the line at Laserdisc because that's right before DVD.
Fair enough. That's true. That is true.
So there's that.
What, no Betamax?
No Betamax.
No beta.
Too many creases in the tape.
No beta to the max.
No Jetamax?
Jetamax.
Dr.
Is that?
J.
Oh, I thought.
Hashtag
Jetamax.
I thought that was Jada Pinkett's.
production company.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything, but that's perfect. That's perfect. Perfect.
She's buying,
Much better than where my head was going.
She's buying Skinamax, and then she's going to put her whole family's
Just gonna redo it, put it out of business.
swinger lifestyle in the.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know,
Because they're like swingers, right?
Gotham wasn't that bad. Where it like destroyed her career to that point.
Menace to society, Jada Pinkett.
Well, hey, let's not, you know, forget about that.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking forget about it. I think that's what you gotta do right now. You gotta just, you know, sit down.
Forget about
it.
Well,
All right, here we go, folks. I was just stalling a little bit there.
dream
I
a
don't know
little dream of me.
Is that
That's Negan's,
is Uncle Negan?
Uncle Negan.
It's Uncle Negan. So I would just like to throw this out there, folks. This show, this podcast, is sponsored by people like you, listeners like you, Patreon supporters. Every week, we spotlight somebody, and this week, it's going to be Monkey Poo Studios. Your buddy, Angry Ginger, host of 7 Days a Geek. He supports us. He helps us out over on the Patreon, patreon.com/Wicked Theory. Check out his podcast, 7 Days a Geek. You can also check out teespring.com/stores/Wicked Theory Shop for original cool designs and some logo swag. That's how you can support us, help us out. If you do, we'll shout you out. We'll give you a big invisible handshake that you can't see or feel, but we're doing it. And then, you know, we'll talk about you for like 15 to 8 seconds.
And you're done.
And we're done. But yeah, support us over there. Check us out. Blah, 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 blah. And let's roll into the meanwhile stuff, okay?
Meanwhile,
I had the volume up this time.
Monkey Poo Studios.
Monkey poo. You throwing monkey poo? Okay. So, meanwhile, it's a section where we kind of like stuff we've seen during the week, reviews, kind of stuff, recommendations, stuff we're watching, liking, enjoying, want to share. So I got a left turn, actually a couple left turns this week. Got some wholesome entertainment. You might not expect this from us, but stuff that's not all about lasers and murder.
Was that left turn you said?
Left turn.
Isn't that
good.
with Elijah Dushku?
Elijah Dushku.
That's wrong turn. I'm sorry.
That's wrong turn.
Close.
All right, so Marvelous Miss Maisel is a show on Amazon. It is not the normal stuff that we talk about or cover here, but I've been watching it, and it's pretty fucking funny. So
I auditioned for that.
I believe you did, as Mrs. Maisel.
I did not. I submitted for some background work on it,
Oh.
but I refused to cut my hair to a 1950s haircut, and I didn't get it. That is a true story.
I believe it. I believe it. So it does take place in 1958, and it follows a...
Which I don't fit.
No, you don't.
I don't fit, Bill.
No, you don't. So... We're good? So anyway... It's a comedy. It's about a young divorced woman. She's newly married and all that. Well, not really. They got 2 kids, but newly divorced and ends up kind of finding her way into stand-up comedy. And it's very rat-tat-tat. It's got that early 50s kind of feel to it. Everybody in there, though, is doing a bang-up job. Tony Shalhoub, Pollock, Kevin Pollock, couple other names blanking right now. What's her name from The Simpsons and Tracy Ullman show? Not Yeardley Smith.
Julie Kavner.
Not Julie Kavner. Short one. She used to...
Shelley Long.
I don't even know.
Say short one, I can only think of Yeardley Smith.
Yeah, I hear you. Just hold
Shardley
on.
Smith.
Shardley. No.
Farrah Fawcett.
I'm going to just go crazy if I don't look it up. Sorry. That's just how it's going to be, guys. Alex Bronstein. Borstein.
Okay.
Who, like, you know, just it's Rachel Brosnan as Miss Maisel, but it's just really fun. It's just really smart. It's actually funny. And it's good, and it's not like it's everything like it was. People were saying it's worth the accolades. People check it out if you're looking for something fun, lighthearted, not laser beams and murder, as I said earlier. All right.
Yep. Okay.
You gonna fucking sit up straight now and
Yes,
get
I am.
yourself all situated because it's your turn?
No, I didn't know that. Actually,
I know.
I just need the ash.
I know.
Okay.
But since you're up,
Oh, is it me?
yeah, it's up to you. I'm pretty much good on that. It's on Amazon. Season 2 just dropped. I'm halfway through season 2. I really started binging through it pretty crazy quick because it was a lot of fun. Marvelous Miss Maisel.
All right, cool.
That's my dissertation on that.
I'll if I cut my hair and shave, maybe you'll see me in season 2.
Then you'll ruin it for me. Because Floyd Garber, I don't need Floyd Garber.
In Marvelous Miss Maisel, no?
No.
Okay.
Because I know it's Marvel's in the title, but I don't, Well, maybe that's why you can cross over, I
I
think.
did submit for Jessica Jones again.
Did
a
you?
different character.
Oh, well.
But it's a hard sell. If you worked the show before and you go again, they want to know what you did.
Yeah. They try not to duplicate anything.
They try, and I get that.
It makes sense. Tell me about Green Book.
So I saw a really good movie this week.
Yeah.
Starting fucking Vigo, man. Vigo, our friend.
Who?
I can't walk, I can't home.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one from Ghostbusters too.
Oh, not that guy.
Vigo.
That's right. His name was Vigo.
Vigo, I am Vigo.
A film called Green Book. This is Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. He's going to be the next detective in True Detective.
That's right.
Coming next January. He won an
good.
Oscar for Moonlight. This movie was really damn good, and I was taken with it right away.
Okay.
And has nothing to do with the fact that Viggo Mortensen is playing Uncle Jay.
Nothing to do with that.
I identified with him in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And he's basically like a friend of mine called me. And he says, "Did you see Green Book yet?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, I did." And he goes, "I know."
Okay. All right.
There was I said this on Twitter. There's a scene in this movie. I mentioned this to you briefly before, Mike. There's a scene there that was literally taken right out of my life. You know what I mean? With the exception of the fact that the situation wasn't over a piano.
Right. The movie is related to a piano.
It's a piano, and here I was just sticking up for a friend of mine.
Okay.
But Viggo Mortensen gives this guy a fucking smack. You know what I mean? For being the same kind of douchebag the guy was to him.
I got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? I foresaw it coming.
Right.
I was like, and here's the boom. It was almost in sync.
Right. Gotcha.
From this was 20-something years ago. Though.
Fair enough.
I don't
the
do that.
situation was different.
I'm a
but I
good
get what
boy.
you're saying.
I'm a good boy.
Was Mom listening?
Stop. So, but listen, the film is so damn good. It's directed by Peter Farrelly, the Farrelly brothers. Half of the Farrelly brothers.
Half the Farrellys.
But it's about a guy who is paid to drive this musician, this eccentric black musician, on a very small tour because he's kind of renowned over the southern states.
During the 50s?
During the 50s. So it's a very trying time.
Sure.
And not only for a black man of his stature, but for also inner city Yankee
Down south.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the fact is that Viggo he put weight on for this.
Yeah, I
So
was surprised. I saw some pictures and trailers.
He's got a big gut. He's got a big appetite.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And he's literally just a Mama Luke.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
got you.
And the way he's talking and everything, and I was watching myself.
Oh.
You just talk like the way he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's not a bad guy at all. He's just, he grew up in one little section of the Bronx.
Right.
That's all he fucking knows.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? And he's a big brute kind of a guy, and so he's kind of fish out of water too. So it's two fish out of water.
Two fishes out of water.
This is a stash for me and one of the best
Oh,
of the
wow.
year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He, like I said, I exaggerate. It's not exactly me on that thing.
Sure, but you see some things.
But I see a lot of
got you.
similarities that I
Right.
identified with him personally for other things. So that's great. I hope he gets nominated. I hope he wins. That's all I'm saying.
That's so nice of you.
I do because it's Vigo.
It's Vigo.
It's Vigo.
It's Vigo.
Vigo.
My name is Vigo.
By Vigo. The last thing is a little bit of a Blu-ray review.
Blu-ray review.
Last month, HMV. Remember the good old HMV that used to?
I got that. Doctor says it's going to clear up soon.
No.
Oh, no?
No.
It doesn't clear up?
No.
Oh.
Because HMV cleared out of U.S.
Oh. Thank God for
That's what happens when you're retail and you sell retail.
yes.
HMV never stopped operating, though. They're a UK outfit. Now, they were like Sam Goody. They had a store in Times Square.
Thank you, because I wasn't sure. Okay.
HMV.
I kind of forgot for a second. Right. I remember now.
Now, it was big pink letters, HMV.
Her monstrous.
Big time music store. They had everything. If you were looking for that heavy metal band,
Right.
you know what I mean? They had it.
They covered you on all that
They
audio
covered
video.
it, yeah. So they put out. This is the UK now. They put out a slew of Blu-rays that all have this retro VHS packaging.
Okay.
So these are films like Jaws, The Thing, Back to the Future. One of them was a film called Clue. Do you remember Clue,
I
Bill?
remember Clue.
You remember?
I remember Clue.
Remember Tim Curry and
Yes,
Madeline
the
Kahn?
butler.
Yeah, the butler. So that has become an underground classic
Sure,
over the years.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? When it came out, not many people knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, in 1985, when you said you were going to make a movie out of a board game, now it's like, oh, it's just Tuesday.
Yeah, okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
Then it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
How are you going to do that?
And
you
it was
know?
big production. It was big people behind
Sure.
it. You know what I mean? It didn't do well.
Madeline Kahn was involved.
Yeah.
When it came on video, it blew the fuck up.
Yep.
And it blew the fuck up on cable. That now it's like a renowned classic
Yep,
everyone
yep,
loves. So this was one of the titles they actually put on there. So when you take the slip out,
Yes.
the case looks like a VHS. You open that up, it gives you a poster. It gives you some like trading cards that look like
Yeah.
Topps trading cards.
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
And the two
Discs.
discs look like the two plastic reels inside of a VHS case.
Yeah.
So this is really, really amazing packaging. HMV does not deliver to the States, so I got it through a second dealer through eBay.
Contraband.
But yeah, you see like Mandy.
yeah, I just saw this Mandy version.
Like they'll take films that would have been like VHS.
yeah.
things.
It feels like a 70s movie.
So
sure.
I just got to say, as far as packaging is concerned, I know you have a little love for that too.
Yeah,
you like when
yeah,
something's
branding and nice
packaged well or anything. Watching the movie again, it's still a lot of fun at the end of the day. And
So,
dare if I say, kind of ahead of its time.
a little bit.
Because, it's not so much what you're looking at is ahead of its time, but the fact that it was daring to actually take a board game and actually write a screenplay around a fucking board game.
But that in the end is like a really kind of very original story whodunit on its own. It's a comedy whodunit.
Right.
That in the end, you know, the whole thing that they do with the fake false endings.
Right. That's another thing I wanted to touch on.
Sure.
Because the three endings, when you rented it and you watched it on cable,
Yeah.
the movie showed you all. When you went to the movies, you got an ending.
Yeah.
You got one of the
Right.
three.
Right. 3 different endings went out.
When it came to cable, they showed you all 3 endings.
Right.
With this, you get to pick your ending.
Nice. Okay.
So that's cool.
That's good. It just flows seamlessly.
Right, exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
So and then there's and where you can actually watch it the way you've watched it as you grew up.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you can watch all 3 as a whole as well.
Nice.
So
nice.
you have 4 different versions.
Oofta. Yeah.
Just
Interesting.
fit a lot of information.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. So, any other interesting extras on there that you can remember?
I
or-
don't know. It was just like the trailer. The packaging is the reason why you're buying it.
Yeah. I
know
know
what
it's
I mean?
more about the visual and all that stuff.
But if you haven't seen this,
yeah,
do yourself a favor. Go have some fun.
yeah, if this is one of those movies that fell between the cracks for you, Clue is definitely a good time, and you know, because of its ending, it's very different, very original.
Yeah, because it was 3 endings.
Fair enough, and it's just it is funny on its own, and it is genuinely funny.
Everybody across the board is top notch. Tim Curry is outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
He was a great Pennywise too.
He was a great. Yeah, these are like that's just the brilliance of Curry. He's very versatile
Yeah.
and flavorful.
and not shy to put himself fucking out there
Yeah.
and dive right into a character.
Right. Then
Bravo.
you had guys like other actors like I was saying before, Madeline Kahn. Who else?
Tim Curry. It was
Was it
Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean,
Michael McKean. That's what I was trying to
Leslie Ann Warren,
I
Elaine
was going to say
Brennan,
Michael Caine, but
Yeah, Michael McKean.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
So yeah, definitely, and it holds up too.
Well, thank God for that. I kind of felt like it would. You know what's interesting is like a lot of stuff that's when it was made in the 80s, it was about the 60s. Like that will still hold up.
It was a 1958
50s,
or
something like that. But it
yeah.
doesn't mean like anything that's like if it's from the 80s but it's about present day of the 80s, like then those movies tend to feel dated
Oh,
more
big
often.
time.
But if it's already a time period change,
right.
you know what I mean?
It's accepting.
Like, yeah, it doesn't feel like because you're just kind of playing to something easier,
Right.
Like I don't know.
The audience is understanding of the fact that it's of a time period.
Yeah, it just sells better for whatever.
Did you happen to see that?
See that? No, but I am aware of it.
All right. That's the Spidey stealth suits from the new movie.
Yeah, the stealth.
Stealth suit. Yeah, something like that.
You're making your webbing noises.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like the Airplane 2
Yeah.
doors.
But we were talking earlier about how they didn't release the trailer.
Sure.
So evidently this was like a little side release under the table thing. They dropped
My little grainy photo.
unofficially. It's like one of these under the table things.
Fair enough. Look for it, folks.
So-
A little Spider-Man stealth suit
So,
action. All right, so let's jump into some emails. We actually have 2 this week, folks. Batten down the hatches.
Wow.
It's out of control. Out
That
of
was
control.
That was the name of Peter Criss's first solo album. Out of Control.
I should just make a game where like I just say random phrases.
And I'll give you
Something. It's like that's a line from a movie or that's a video game. Just see if anybody can make a connection.
I wonder.
Like,
I wonder if the name of the album was because the guys in Kiss when they kicked him out, they basically were thinking that he was out of control.
Do you remember the album? Do you remember that he released something?
Maybe someone actually
Yeah, he
said that
actually
to him.
released something like this year or last year
Right.
too, on his own.
Maybe somebody actually said that to him, and that's why it's like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
out of control. Watch this. My name of my album, my solo album, is
Yeah.
going to be Out of Control.
Well,
Okay, Gene.
he
You know what I mean?
Yeah, according to them, their story, their side of the story is he was being a real dick when they kicked him out for the first, second, and third time.
Well, yeah, never mind.
What I love is that Casablanca Records still released it though.
All right, first
Right, right.
emails from Benjamin Kimber. You know him as Benny Live. Why?
I know the guy. He's in the chat. That's why he came in.
That's why he's in the chat right
I
now?
wanted his name mentioned.
Oh, he wanted to hear what we do with it, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to wait till Monday. I
Nope.
don't blame him. Hey, fam. I didn't know we were family, but
Oh,
I'll
cute.
take it.
I'm sure he doesn't mean me though.
Well,
That implies gifts on Christmas.
it does imply something around the holidays.
He's not getting shit from me, but I want something from him.
Right, right. It's a New York City holiday. Oh, you got me something. Thanks.
Half of that's mine.
Yeah. Hey, fam, quick update with me. I went and saw Creed 2 and loved it.
Yeah,
Why? Because the pacing was outstanding and the story was gripping.
I agree.
And just to throw some shade, Stallone hardly wrote the script, which is good.
Yep.
Some of his old script writing might have been good, but since The Expendables, his writing's been pretty terrible. That's probably true. Hope Uncle Jay is well and getting plenty of work on set. I wish him the best.
Oh, look at that.
And you just said something like, "Oh, he don't like me."
I didn't say that.
Yeah, let's roll back the tape. It was some kind of line similar.
We are recording, so
That's true. That's true. How's the band going, Bob?
Good
Good answer, good answer.
Which one? The one I left or the one I'm starting?
There you go.
Valak 2?
That says everything. Okay, and then and Bill, we'll hope you are good.
But thanks for asking.
I guess it goes to show I really don't talk about anything I have going on because I don't really have much going on. I could talk about this podcast on this podcast. That's too meta. All right, so he says cheers, and that's how he
You're
ends
gonna
it.
be my agent, man.
I'm gonna be manager. I'm not doing agent shit.
if I could take an opportunity and get a little deeper onto that question, I could use a new singer for the new band.
Hey, if anybody wants to be a long-distance singer or come into town once a week, do some
how's
practicing.
your arguing skills? Because you'd have to argue with the agent. That's the manager's job.
I got to keep the agent in line, but the manager's job is to manage your overall career, where the agent's job is to get you particular gigs. So, whereas the agent, like, you'd be like, all right, I want to get in this movie. I want, do this with my career. The manager would be like, okay, you're not doing the Tonight Show. You know what I mean? The agent would be like, that's not on me.
I thought the manager smokes a cigarette while the agent's talking because he disagrees with everything he's saying.
That's probably true.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a look across the table of, like, we'll have a conversation after this
Yeah,
where,
exactly.
like, I'm going to tell you why this guy's an asshole.
I haven't agreed with one thing you just said. I can see you saying that.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, Steve, me and Jay, we'll take that under advisement. We'll call you Thursday. And then we don't call him for, like, 6 Thursdays. So thank you to Benny Livewire for the email.
Thanks, Benny, for the kind words.
That was very nice of you. On to the next one from our little friend, Wesley Gaskins. He writes, "Hey, you gentlemen. What type of character would you like to be if you were in the Lord of the Rings world? And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. In the Lord of the Rings type world, what type of class, race, beast, animal, pigment, piglet,
Well,
wizard, whatnot?
I actually think I kind of identify with Boromir a little bit.
Boromir a little bit.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean?
Bean's character.
Guys who die?
No, guys who are
Die young, premature? that kind of
guys
thing?
who are conflicted,
Oh, yeah.
not sure of certain family members.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Kind of. I think I identify with that.
Guys who wear leather?
Guys who wear, metal and leather. Yeah.
All right. So he's a human, I guess, but isn't he? Or is he a
No,
elf?
he's no.
I
he's
forget.
No.
I forget what the fuck goes on in that town.
In Gondor.
Condor, Gondor, Flipperdor.
Oh, don't say it. Don't not.
Don't insult the Lord of the Rings on his holy day. Praise the Lord of the Rings.
Praise the Lord.
Of the Rings.
Of the rings.
Of the Rings.
Of the rings.
Of the
rings.
DA Rings.
The rings.
You tree beard guy.
The rings. The bears.
You want to be Treebeard with a Chicago accent? What would you think? What would you take from Lord of the Rings world? What would you want to be?
Well, there's only the biggest badass in the whole thing.
Right.
Gandalf.
You want to be like just like a nice white wizard, like an old school classically
Yeah, I would
trained
just change
wizard?
one thing. When I came back as a white wizard, I'd be like 25.
So you'd be Bobdorf. Bob.
Don't say
Gandalf.
dwarf. When you say
Yeah,
dwarf,
it didn't sound good, right?
no, I think of what's his name, the
Tim
comedian.
Tim
Tim Conway
Conway.
as Dorf. Yeah.
Dorf on golf. Hey, how you doing? But practicing your putts. All right. No, yeah. I mean, I think
You know what I mean?
wizard's the way to go. I really feel like that too. I was kind of thinking it already.
He fights the
Yeah.
the Balrog.
Yeah.
They dies,
loses- he
goes
loses,
to
yeah.
heaven, comes back as a bigger badass than when he left. He's like the superhero in the play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess if I had to be anybody, because I don't think I would want to be anybody in the
Yeah,
universe.
I'd probably.
So
yeah.
that's why I would kind of pick him.
Yeah. It's tough for me because I feel like
I be Vigo.
I feel like I want. Part of me thinks or wants to say that I am a Baggins or something like that. Some guy who's kind of happy-go-lucky, but inside I really know that I'm a Gollum.
No, you are one of the hobbits because you
I live the life of Gollum.
because of the
Smeagol.
pipeweed.
I'm Schmeagol. I'm pre-Gollum.
Yeah, pre-Gollum.
I'm Schmeagol, but the pipeweed. Because that's what they call it, right?
Yeah, the pipeweed.
Yeah.
It's
It's pretty good.
It's
It's pretty good. It keeps me from getting too motivated, and that's
Especially when
why
they find the special room with all the.
that's why I'm not buying it. Because I feel like with all that pipeweed smoking, like they would just never get going on.
They
the
would never
mission.
leave.
They would be like, dude, let's just have another breakfast, and we'll go tomorrow. All right. Yeah, okay.
So you're
Let's
merrier-
stop throwing the fucking plates.
You're Merry or Pippin.
Is that who that sounds like?
The other two.
If you say so. I can't keep track. It's like having 7 dwarves, not enough.
They're the two that ride the tree.
Fair.
You're not noble enough to be Sam.
Okay, fair. That's true.
You're not psycho enough to be Frodo.
Right. No Smeagol or Gollum?
Nah, I don't think so.
All
I don't
right. Maybe I'm
see
wrong
that.
about that. Maybe I'm wrong. They do say that it's hard to judge yourself. Other people on the outside judge you better.
You're not like Legolas.
Yeah, can I be legless?
That's the elf.
No, that's the pretty boy, right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not me. That's not me.
Vigo? Would you be Vigo?
Vigo, yeah.
Do any of the what about orcs? How they do?
The Strider, Vigo.
Do orcs have an interesting day-to-day life?
flesh.
Yeah, like that guy.
You cannibal?
Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
not picky.
Yeah, we got you.
I'm not picky. I'm a big protein guy.
You're an orc.
You know,
Would be Sauron.
he's pretty good. He's pretty good. The dragon's got all the gold, but no way to really
No,
spend it.
You're talking about Smog.
Yeah,
Smaug.
that's Smaug.
Smaug.
Yeah, you maybe.
I'm more of a Smaug now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I don't have any gold, but comic books, I got a lot of those. I can lay on top of all my comic
I
books.
do love that the dragon wants money.
Yeah, but why? What do you don't have? What? Are you gonna invest in land? What are you gonna do with the gold, Smaug? I'm working on it. Like I'm investing. Like what? I don't get it.
Dude, use the effect.
I like your Benedict Cumberbatch though.
And the voice.
Oh. Yes. I'm working on it. You know, I got some CDs and a few. I have some stock options now. I just bought some blue chips. I bought some. It's the craziest thing. Gandalf's cousin Larry came by, and he's pretty good, worth low yield return, Fortune 500 over the top benchmark resale value indexes. And he got me convinced. I gave him 17,000 gold pieces.
Wonderful.
Got me a return of 6.
Now, if you were auditioning for an extra in V,
Yeah.
you would have won the fucking audition.
Mousy.
That's it. Yeah.
Mousy. Here, Mousy. And just bright as day, just picking through the dumpster.
He's eating
in
a
V. We're trying to do a secret thing here, guy. Giving it away.
That was the beauty of that show. Was that it shocked the fuck out of you?
As only 1983 could.
Well, the guinea pig in her mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
When
great.
she unhinges her jaw,
Yeah,
basically.
they basically shocked the shit out of you on a shoestring budget.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. Kids, go watch V. All right, so I think we're in the wrap-up zone.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Is it time?
It is almost time.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It is like literally time.
Wow.
It's time to wrap up the show. I want to find like a Randy Newman song and close out with that. Like, hey, everybody, it's time to go home. Dap-a-doop-a-doo, everybody go home. Randy Newman got a song for you.
There's got to be a clip
It's
of the
money
Family
that
Guy.
matters.
They did
Yeah, they did
thing
so
with Family
many. You're right. They did a bunch of Randy Newman shit on Family Matter, I think.
It's money that matters
Money that matters.
in the USA.
What's the one about how I love LA?
Yeah.
I don't really nail Randy Newman until I do the song. I love LA.
All of the people
I love the people.
gathering around.
Anywhere you go. And I said that's Family Matters. I'm sorry.
Women wearing pocketbooks.
All right, so that's enough. We're closing the. Once we hit Randy Newman, we're out of things to say. All right, so folks, thanks for listening. And if you're listening live, stick around. We're going to come back. I don't know what's going to happen, but we call it the after show. If you don't listen live, you can find those on our Patreon account. If you're helping us out for $1 a month, hey, it's just $1. That's from Jay.
That's what you get from him for the $1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just an hour and a half of his
You
belches.
get a nice Dunkin' Donuts belch.
Sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Right.
A Boston cream burp.
And 7-Eleven wings.
And if you follow him on Twitter, maybe you get more of that.
Yeah, Uncle Jay Sting.
There you go, folks. What about you, Bob?
I'm at Bob at WTPC.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I gotta urinate.
Go urinate, Uncle Jay. Stick around. We'll be back in a little bit.
Where are you at, Bill?
Oh, You know what? Thanks for asking. I'm at Wicked Theory on Twitters. The show and our website is wickedtheory.com. Check out our SpeakPipe. Leave us a voicemail. SpeakPipe.com/Wicked Theory. We'll play it on the show. Be a goofy character. Leave us annoying questions. Give us crap about shit we got wrong. Whatever you want to do. SpeakPipe.com/Wicked Theory. Why not? Why not, folks? Just why not? I got nothing else to say to you besides why not? Why not come back next week? We'll be here again. We'll do it live. Come join us on Saturdays. Listen on Mondays. Whatever you want to do both. I won't tell you no.
Shh, I'm listening.
Okay. This guitarist is pretty good.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.